Hello and welcome to another episode of Paving the Way podcast. I'm Seth Amoa, also known as SA. I'm here with Kenny Jean-Louis, Mr. KJL, and today we're here with one of Kenny's, I'll say Champlain alumni. I went to St. Louis Kenny, played ball, NC State, played pro. So, we'll get all in detail more about that. Please give it up for Jen Mathurin.
Hi.
Merci d'avoir accepté l'invitation. Comme je t'ai dit avant l'interview, directement quand on parle basketball, Québec, ton nom sort, Jessica, Diana, Myriam, tout ces filles-là. Directement, j'avais pas choix de te donner un call, puis directement, avec plaisir, tu as accepté. Merci d'avoir accepté l'invitation.
Merci d'avoir pensé à moi, sérieux.
Thank you.
Okay. Donc, la première question qu'on pose à tout le monde, c'est quand, puis c'est comment la passion pour le basketball a commencé pour toi?
Quand j'étais jeune, je veux dire, vers la fin du primaire, secondaire, dans le fond, c'était comme une façon d'escape la maison et tout. Genre, j'étais la plus grande, j'étais la plus aînée à la maison, puis j'avais comme beaucoup de responsabilités. Donc, quand j'allais jouer au basket, c'était le moment que j'allais jouer avec mes amis, que j'allais juste comme me divertir et tout. Donc, ça me donnait comme 1 heure à 2 heures d'avoir du fun. Genre, au début, ça a commencé comme ça, puis je suis devenue bonne, donc je suis restée.
Mm-hmm. When you're becoming good, did you think, you know what, I'm gonna try, I want to play, for the long run, or was it just for in the moment, like then,
No, actually, when I started becoming good, I was like, wow, like, this is really cool. Like, I'm feeling myself, like, I'm doing nice things, like, my confidence started going up, but I didn't think that I was gonna play, like, even in college or like overseas. Like, I didn't know anyone who done that before, so that was not in my plan at all.
Mm-hmm.
OK. Puis on a été ensemble à Henri Bourassa, t'as grandi aussi à Montréal-Nord. Est-ce que c'était dur, comme le fait qu'on était à Montréal-Nord, plus aussi, comme tu as dit, tu étais la aînée, tu devais prendre des responsabilités de tes petits frères et tout. Est-ce que c'était un peu dur jongler à la maison, plus peut-être l'entourage, plus l'école?
Oui, c'était dur. Mais c'est pas plus dur que n'importe quel kid qui vient de Montréal-Nord. Mais comme juste, nous, on sait la réalité, on sait c'est quoi. Mais quand j'ai commencé vraiment à être bonne, j'ai joué sur les Espoirs Québec, par Team Québec. Puis, justement, je suis allée à Henri Bourassa, mais j'ai pas joué pour l'équipe. J'ai commencé à jouer pour DJ Sport. Puis DJ Sport, c'était vraiment loin. Déjà, tu pars de Montréal-Nord, je partais avec mes petits frères jusqu'à DJ Sport pour aller jouer en boss. Puis, sur la route, c'était long. Puis après ça, t'as des devoirs à faire et tout. Donc, oui, c'était dur, mais en même temps, c'est la réalité qu'on a. Donc, c'est comme ça, that's everyday work for us. So.
Mm-hmm. 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 Kenny mentioned you went to the same school as him, HB. And I'm guessing you played also for Team Quebec.
Yeah.
What made you go try out, go for Team Quebec, with the whole basketball side?
Actually, so that was before I transferred to HB. I used to go to Collège Anjou, and my high school coach there was like, "Hey, you should go to the tryouts." And I remember telling him, "They're not gonna take me. Like, I'm nobody. They're not gonna take me. I'm not that good." And he was like, "No, you really should try it out. Like, I think you could be better than what you are, but you just like don't believe in yourself." That was literally the biggest struggle in my life. Like, just believing in myself, having self-esteem, having confidence to play basketball. I think a lot of girls, especially like where we come from, like struggle with that. So yeah, he just like dared me to try, and I went and actually like made the team. I was very surprised, but once you're like on the team and you're around the environment, you're like, man, like this is nothing. Like I really could do this. It just takes one person to like, step and do it.
Okay. Juste rapidement, vu que tu as dit que tu as joué à DJ Sport, est-ce que tu veux parler de l'impact de Moïse ou les filles que tu as joué avec? Tu as joué avec quoi? Nara, tu as joué avec Jessica, Anne, parler de Moïse puis les autres filles avec qui tu as joué avec?
So, si vous savez c'est quoi DJ Sport, vous savez c'est quoi la culture à DJ Sport. Comme on était toujours hype, c'était genre, c'est du bruit, rah-rah, intense et tout. Donc, ça, c'est une des expériences dans ma vie qui m'a vraiment shape qui je suis devenue. C'est ça qui m'a permis à vraiment sortir de ma coquille puis devenir genre Jennifer Mathurin. Je me rappelle, quand je suis arrivée, je trouvais que les filles étaient loud, mais j'étais habituée, mais moi, je n'étais pas comme ça. Puis Moïse, lui, il m'avait dit un jour, tu veux pas être dans l'équipe si tu veux pas embrace DJ Sport. Ça, c'est le spirit de DJ Sport, tu vas devoir. Puis, he threatened me to kick me out of the team at one point because I wasn't talking, I wasn't trying to like, il disait tout le temps, Jen, faut que tu déranges. Puis, I wasn't trying to do that because I was like, man, like, I don't know how people are going to think. I'm already tall, I'm already like imposing my body big. Like, I didn't want to be that girl. But that one day he was like, look, if you don't want to be here, I'm going to have to let you go. And it was night and day. Like I went from being super shy to quiet to like overconfident, super cocky, loud, bully. So yeah, that's l'expérience à DJ Sport. It was like necessary in my life.
Mais juste rapidement, ça, c'était qui tes influences, peut-être filles ou gars, comme côté basketball? Là, que c'est ça, moi, je me rappelle pas de la Jennifer Shy, moi, je me rappelle Jennifer qui frappe son chest, Kevin Garnett, comme...
C'est exactement, en grandissant, I love Boston Celtics, puis mon joueur, c'était Kevin Garnett. Puis je me rappelle, justement, comme Moïse, my challenge m'a dit, you have to do more. Je me suis dit, OK, ben, j'aime déjà Kevin Garnett. Je study son game, je study comme son attitude. Puis dans les games, à chaque fois que c'est quelque chose, il est toujours hype. Comme tu dis, il était tout en train de... C'est vraiment... KG, c'est le joueur que j'ai voulu être quand j'étais jeune.
Okay. Yeah. So I guess from there, you... what schools were recruiting you out of DJ Sports, to at the next level in the CJEP?
To go to CJEP? Pretty much all the schools. Actually, I had Momo, Vanier, Dawson.
Why did you
I don't think I had John Abbott, but I think it's because it was too far. But yeah, pretty much all the schools were recruiting.
Why do you choose to go to Champlain?
So Champlain, they focus on education, and they focus on education. And I never was a bad student, but I was always like, all right, I'm gonna do what needs to be done just to do it,
Mm-hmm.
And I remember the coaches telling me like, if you don't perform in a classroom, you're not gonna play. And that was one thing that I didn't really get from the other schools. The other schools were recruiting me just to win des bannières. They wanted to like perform. They were like, you're gonna be on the starting five, you're gonna be a starter at school, blah blah blah. But like Champlain they really focused on education. And I remember George was telling me, if you want to go to the next level, if you want to play university, you're going to have to excel and have really good grades, because there's a lot of girls out here that are going to compete for the same thing. It's not because you play on the basketball team that is going to give you that much of an advantage. So that helped me a lot. And then also the environment, like Champlain is kind of small. So I knew myself, like I said, I was starting to get confident. I was starting to like feel good in my skin. So I knew like if I went to a school like Dawson, I would have been partying every day, just chilling all the time, like trying to find my social self more than myself through books and sports. Yeah. So that's what attracted me to Champlain.
Okay.
Elle a oublié de dire qu'une raison pour laquelle elle est venue, c'est à cause que moi j'étais là. Non, I'm joking. Est-ce que tu peux parler de Georges, puis aussi Michel? Je sais, Michel, c'est une personne vraiment importante pour toi. C'est aussi de parler de lui, puis l'importance de Georges aussi.
Donc, Georges et Michel sont like, right now, they're like blood. Like, they're my family. Plus Michel, at one point, when I was in high school, he took me in, so I started living with him and stuff. And like now, today, like I call him my dad. Like if anyone asks me who's my dad, it's just Michel. Like he took that spot in my life, and I really thank him for it. Like he was there for me, and also like there for my little brother Ben. So they're like, to this day, like I could say I bleed Champlain blue. But like it's more than just Champlain. Like they're family. Like George's always been there for me. Will continue to be there for me. Like sometimes we randomly call and just joke about like stand-up comedy shows that we watch. So we really developed a good relationship. And it's funny because there was one tournament where I wasn't playing good, and like they started benching me. And I remember talking to the girls about it, and I was talking to Jessica Feker. And I was like, you know what? I'm going to go to the hotel room. I'm going to tell them, like, why they hate me. I want to know. Like, I don't understand why they hate me. And I went in their room, like, j'étais toute pompée, là. J'étais comme, yo, moi, je m'en fous. I'm going to go talk to them. And then I remember them being so shocked. They were like, I hate you? Like, you're literally one of the girls we love the most in the team. Like, outside of just basketball. Like, just your story and stuff. Like, we have, like, a bond. Like, we give you tough love because that's what you need. And just hearing them saying that, I was like, wow, like, they really care about me more than just a player.
Mm-hmm.
So,
yeah. Also, you went to Champlain because of that, then? You know?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. You know?
Yeah.
Like, yo, okay, anybody would have went, bro. Kenny, because of Kenny, okay.
Non, ben, I don't know, I was there, but anyways. Puis, est-ce que tu peux parler un peu de tes années à Champlain, comme ta première année, deuxième année, puis juste un peu?
Ma
how's the
première
culture?
année,
What I want to know is how was the culture at Champlain? Like the team culture, the outside, were you guys like together? Like, how was that? Like,
so the school team culture, it was great. Like, I don't know what the other schools had going on, but we, like, our squad was just lit. Like, from my first year to like my last year, I remember we had a bench. Like, Kenny could tell you, we had a bench like next to the director of operations or director of athletics. And if we weren't in practice or in class, everybody was just out there chilling, like all the time. We was just cracking jokes. Like, sometimes, like, our coach had to come and tell us to go to class because, like, we were just hanging out there. And then we would hang out after class. I think, like, the boys team and the girls team, like, were really close in that aspect. And, like, a lot of us, we were just, like, a lot of outsiders, a lot of immigrants coming out to, like, the school, which was predominantly white. So we had, like, our thing going on, and, like, that was really cool. It made, like, our experience, like, really, really cool.
C'est ça. Puis aussi, on venait tous de Montréal. Donc, moi, de Montréal-Nord, venir, ça prenait quoi, 1h15. Donc, quand on avait une pause de 2 heures, 3 heures, on n'allait pas revenir à Montréal, puis après revenir à Longueuil. C'était vraiment nice, man. C'est qu'il y avait de question.
What is it?
OK, le recrutement. Le recrutement pour aller à l'université, ça a commencé quand?
Yeah, and also
yes.
With that question, did you want to stay in Canada, or were your goal always to go to the States? With that question,
my goal first year was not to go in the States. It was not even in the plan. Second year, maybe I was starting to think about it, but we went in a tournament in Cincinnati, and it was just to get more, like, competition, not even exposure. Like, we went out there because we wanted to experiment playing against American girls. So, but it was at that tournament that I started getting, like, mad love from, like, coaches, and it made me, like, look at myself and say, whoa, like, I really could go out there and, like, play, like. So when we went to their tournaments, no one would come to our courts. Like, when you go to AU tournaments like that, you have, like, coaches already know kind of, like, what players they want to see. So you have chairs and people watching you. If your bench is here, you have coaches in front of your bench because they want to see your body language on the bench. They want to see how you interact with your teammates, how you interact with the coaches. We had no one at our games ever. And at one point, I was playing a team, and NC State was sitting on the other side of the court. It was watching a girl I was actually, like, I was guarding. And I remember first tip off, I went for a layup in transition, came back, took a charge, came back, shot a 3, came back, blocked the girl. And after the game, they talked to my coaches. They're like, yo, like, who is this girl? Like, where are you guys from? Like, how come I've never seen y'all? So that's really where it started. And after that, I started getting other calls and other people coming to see me, coming to see me in tournaments in Toronto. So I don't know, just that recognition, I guess, of other people from other countries that don't know you, seeing automatically, like, the potential you have. I was like, wow, okay, like, I can really do some things.
Puis NC State, est-ce que c'était la première université qui t'a recruté, ou c'était qui les autres universités qui t'ont recruté, puis pourquoi tu as décidé d'aller à NC State?
NC State a été la première école qui m'a vu jouer au tournoi parce que c'était la première game qu'on jouait. Mais après ça, j'avais eu DePaul, Toledo, toutes les écoles comme New York, Boston, j'avais UMass, Albany, des écoles à Vermont, Siena, tout ça, toutes les écoles proches. Mais Yeah, I had those schools, and then I even at one point we had a tournament, le tournoi à Toronto. Il y avait la Floride qui était là, the Gators. Puis eux aussi, ils étaient vraiment intéressés. So, but I decided to go to NC State. Actually, I had 3 visits set up. J'avais NC State, Toledo, puis je voulais aller visiter Siena. I got to NC State, puis they had a tournament going on, and someone like already prepped me. They were like, when you go on visits, they're gonna want to show you like the parties and like all the hype stuff like to get you in. So they had a tournament going on, and the night before their game, there was a bunch of parties going on. They didn't take me anywhere because a lot of them knew they had a game the next day, and they all wanted to get their homework done. Because déjà, j'étais comme, whoa, like you guys, what we see on TV is the hype and like, college teams, but they were so focused on their school because they had like a team GPA and goal to like achieve. So none of them wanted to go to parties. Like we all just hung out and they all studied together. So already that was like really cool. And then just like the team chemistry, how they welcomed me when I went on campus on visit, that was really cool too. And it felt like a family. Mm-hmm. They weren't showing off. Like they weren't trying to like show me the goal and all the nice things about college basketball. Like they just wanted to say, look, you're gonna come here to play and you're gonna come here to study. Like that's what you're doing. So I really appreciated that. And then quand je suis revenue à la maison, j'ai dit aux autres écoles, j'ai même pas visité. I'm just gonna go there because it just felt like the right choice for me.
Okay.
Puis tu faisais quoi pour t'améliorer à chaque année? Tu faisais quoi, genre durant l'été ou?
Avant d'aller à NC State ou pendant l'été là-bas?
Non, en général.
En général?
Si tu parles aux filles ou jeunes filles ou jeunes garçons qui veulent aller au next level, qui veulent aller NCAA, comment tu peux, ça serait quoi un message que tu peux leur dire puis de travailler, en général?
Ben, moi, quand le coach à NC State m'a recruté, il m'avait dit, quand tu vas venir à l'école, I don't think you're going to play your first or second year parce que ta 3 n'est pas constante. Fait que moi, j'ai pris ça puis j'ai dit, OK, c'est un challenge. Fait que tous les jours, j'allais shooter 1000 lancers. Like, I wouldn't leave the park until, like, I shot 1,000 shots. And, like, I kept doing this even when I got to school. Puis à chaque fois qu'un coach me reprochait, par exemple, oh, your finishing side is not good, well, I would focus on that among, like, the other stuff, and I'll just keep working harder. Like, sometimes, like, people see coaches telling you, well, I don't think you can do this as a barrier and as a thing to, like, set you back. But it should be a motivation and challenge for you to be like, you know what, like, if I made it here, I could go further. Like, there's no way I'm just going to stop here and just stall. Like, no, you have to work. You always have to work harder. And that's not even just in basketball. Like, that's in life as well. If you're somewhere in life, you could always go further. Fait que tu dois toujours trouver quelque chose que tu peux t'améliorer, travailler là-dessus, donner ton 100%, puis continuer à avancer dans la vie.
Yeah. So we'll just, because for sure you're in Montreal before going to NC State. What were some of the challenges going from being at home, being with friends and family, to all of a sudden going to a school where you're basically starting from scratch? What are some of the challenges you have to face?
Being away from home was really hard. I have to admit. Like, I would call Michelle like almost every day crying. Like, man, this is tough. This is hard. They don't understand me. I don't know anyone. It was really tough, but he like slowed me down and was like, you're always focusing on the stuff you don't have. Like, focus on what you have right now. It's like, you're good. You made it there because you deserve to be there. So just prends ta place, de un. And two, you're a very social person. Like, you have a really good personality. So just go out there and make more friends. And I was like, oh, dang, all right. So, and that was one thing that my teammates always told me. Like, everywhere I went, they were like, are you sure you're from Canada? Because you know everyone. Like, everywhere I went, I made friends and I talked to everyone. So that helped me a lot just to realize, okay, like, let me not focus on what my comfort zone or where I was comfortable, but where I could become more comfortable and just like expand that.
Puis, tu dirais, c'est quoi tes best memory de NC State? So when you look back on it?
When I look back, definitely beating Notre Dame, who was ranked number 2 in the country at home. That was like, it's not only because we beat a ranked team, it's because it was at home. They were ranked, and we had a total team effort. Like when I tell you the coach laid down a plan, everybody took the plan from A to Z and completed it. It was like what team sport is about. And no one was selfish. No one was thinking about their own shots. Like if coach said, look, today I just want you to guard this girl and she's not scoring, then the person did that. I want you to focus on grabbing all the rebounds. And then that was that. In the third quarter, they're going to come with a press. We need to be prepared. Like everything they threw at us, we had a counter attack because everyone was so focused and like so concentrated on the task. So that was definitely like one of the best memories, like basketball wise, I had at State for sure.
Okay. So.
Did you I guess with playing at NC State, when you were done, did you want to play pro or did you want to stop? What was your before going to go play pro? You know, did you have any like doubts of like, you know what, maybe this isn't for me, or were you like, nah, I need to go to the next level now?
No, my I was hungry. Like when I was done, I was really hungry. I was hungry because when I got to my junior year, it was my second year starting. I was doing really good. I proved that coming from another country, coming from even some of my coaches doubting me, like on the staff doubting me that you cannot play me. Like I'm here and you are going to play me. So I felt like if I'm capable of doing this, like what else can I do? You know? So like after graduating, my goal was to go overseas and just ball. Like that's what I wanted to do. And yeah.
Do you have any message for anyone out there who's probably scared of like for sure a lot of players out here, they're just scared to go to a different city or like a different country, you know, just because, you know, they don't know anyone. Do you have any message for anybody out there just like, you know, a positive messages, you know, saying that, you know, to take the leap, you know, because it's such a life changer?
I would say literally you don't want to regret anything. Like when I got to Australia, like my season ended in Australia because I ruptured my Achilles. Like I blew my Achilles. And I remember that year after was really tough for me because I was like, who am I? Like, what am I going to be? Like, who am I going to become? Like, I don't have basketball anymore. Like, I'm no one, you know? And then I remember talking to one of my mentors and she was like, just make a list of the things you wanted to accomplish in your life and just see where you are. And literally on the list that I made, I exceeded some of the stuff that, you know, at my age, I wanted to accomplish. Mm-hmm. So I was like, wow, like, yeah, of course, it's sad that I got injured, but I don't regret anything. And I'm actually really proud of myself for accomplishing all that stuff. And like, if I didn't dare to work hard, if I didn't dare to travel, if I didn't dare to try new things, I wouldn't be where I'm at today. So, because if I talk to a lot of people never left Canada. Like a lot of people never traveled to other countries. And like in my young years, like I've already accomplished a lot of that stuff. So I would just tell people, like, you don't want to live a life based on regrets, on what ifs, and man, I should have done this. If you have an opportunity in front of you, you got to jump in and take it. Like, and so what if you fail? At least you tried. And if you don't try, you're not going to know if you could have done it. So.
C'est quand la passion pour coaching a commencé pour toi?
En fait, ça, tous les étés que je revenais à Montréal ou bien à chaque fois que j'avais un petit temps, je faisais toujours du coaching avec Summer Camp. Puis j'aimais vraiment ça. Je trouvais que les kids, justement, quand tu as accompli ce que tu as accompli ou ce que tu es en train d'accomplir, tu es comme une motivation pour eux. Puis ils te regardent genre, oh, wow, like I want to be like you. And it kind of like gives you a motivation to like even do better because you want to like go back and like pour back to like the system that like helped like build you, you know? So, déjà là, j'avais un petit peu la petite étincelle pour coacher, mais c'est vraiment quand j'étais en Australie, on avait des équipes, ils nous avaient assigné des équipes. J'avais une équipe U12 puis une équipe U14 féminin et masculin, puis je les coachais comme une fois par semaine, puis c'était tellement le fun. Comme les kids, ils te regardent pour les directions, puis c'est toi qui run le show, puis you have knowledge, like c'est pas comme, je sais pas si vous avez déjà eu un coach dans votre vie qui savait rien du basket, puis tu le regardes, t'es comme, tu dis quoi? Like, what are you talking about? But you actually know what you're talking about. You actually like can help them get better, and they always come back for more. So like this just give me like so much joy, really. Puis j'ai fait ma maîtrise et mon bac en travail social. So I already knew I wanted to give back a certain way. Puis de le faire through sport is like really amazing. It's a blessing, really.
Going back just before coaching, you played pro. How was that playing professional?
So it was really nice, and then at times it was really, really bad. I'm not gonna sugarcoat anything. I tell everyone that comes to me and they tell me they want to play pro, I'm like, if you don't like basketball, like if you don't eat, drink, sleep basketball, this is not for you. Because there's gonna be times where you're the hero, you literally scored 30 points, like grab 25 rebounds, and the next game you're off, and the president of the club is ready to like send you home because you're just a number. Like the pressure of being on top is like crazy. That's what I'm saying. Like if you don't like basketball, if you don't breathe it, like this is not for you because you're gonna crack. And then you're thousands of miles away from home. Like sometimes it's like a 17-hour flight to just go home, and you don't know what can happen. You know what I mean? Like but when you love it and when you breathe it in, that's your craft, and you really want to like challenge yourself every day. It's just a fire. Like, you know, like I don't know how to explain it. I don't know if you guys, I don't know if that makes sense.
Yeah, it makes sense. You said you played in you said Australia, right? That's where. Yeah. How was that? That's a beautiful place, man. See, that's the privilege of playing basketball. You know, I'm professional. You get to travel to all these. I want to go there. How was it living there? You know, the different culture and everything. You know, obviously from Canada.
So Australia is like my favorite place because I was in Finland and I was in Luxembourg too. Australia is my favorite place. First of all, the weather is amazing. Like, it's really nice. And you have, like, at one point we were in a car and I almost got hit by a kangaroo. Like, there's all little things that you never think in your life would happen. But Australia was really, really beautiful. The people there are so nice. Like, they're laid back. Like, the culture is so different. Like, people are just chilling out there. But then they take sport very seriously. Like, all the parks from morning to night are filled. Like, people are always playing. They're either playing rugby, netball, basketball, soccer. Like, it's really cool to see like the environment, like the pace is like very different. And they have little sayings like they say garbage, like they'll say rubbish, or they'll call you mate or stuff like that. So that's always funny. Yeah, mate. That's always funny too.
Yeah. Puis les deux autres places que tu as joué, t'as dit que tu as joué à Finlande, puis tu as joué où encore?
Luxembourg, c'était mon premier contrat.
Puis c'était comment ces deux places-là comparé à
Luxembourg, c'était la première place que j'étais allée. Et puis I'm not gonna lie, like, I wanted to quit basketball afterwards. It was my first place. I was nervous. I was excited. I wanted to do so good. And then I got there, and I remember, like, I was tired from jet lag. And first day, like, I got there, they wanted me to practice. So I called my agent. I was like, yo, can you talk to, they told me I had to practice, but il m'avait dit, moi, j'allais arriver, vous allez faire des tests pendant une semaine pour voir si j'étais comme, like, healthy to play. Well, on the first day, so that already wasn't part of the contract. So I was like, okay, like, let me just call my agent to check. Puis le fait que j'ai appelé mon agent, puis les agents l'ont contacté, like, the club, they were like, she don't want to be here already, she's causing trouble. C'est comme, déjà, c'est un investissement qu'ils font. C'est comme si j'étais arrivée, puis ils pensaient déjà que j'étais une diva, genre. Là, je suis comme, non, je vais juste être claire, parce que moi, c'est pas ça qu'on m'a dit avant que je parte, you know? Puis déjà là, ça a commencé, c'était pas nice. Puis là, on a commencé les games, puis le coach m'avait recruté pour une position. Finalement, c'était une autre position que je devais jouer parce que le président, il voulait que je fasse quelque chose d'autre. Là, j'étais comme, est-ce que vous avez vu mes highlights? Je joue pas cette position. J'étais comme, oui, mais we need you to do this. So, like, already, I'm coming in thinking I'm going to do something, and then it's something else. Mais quand tu joues dans la game, tu comprends que that's part of the game, you know? But to have all that happen in my first contract, I was like, yo, this is crazy. So I ended up going home. Puis je pensais vraiment que ma carrière était finie. It was like short-lived. And I ended up getting another gig in Finland. Finland was nice. I performed well. Puis je me disais, okay, you know, I'm building momentum. And I got to Australia and I was killing everybody. I was like, yo, this was nice. Puis unfortunately, I got injured. But...
Okay. Juste rapidement, c'est quoi la position qu'il voulait que tu joues? Il voulait que tu sois Steve Nash ou quoi?
Non, même pas. L'affaire, c'est qu'il voulait que je joue 5, mais back to the basket, j'avais pas le droit de turn up, j'avais pas le droit de shooter. Oh. Mais je sais pas si vous avez regardé mes highlights, là. C'est juste ça que je faisais insister. Je faisais juste shooter. Fait que j'arrive là-bas, j'étais comme, OK, ça me prend du temps pour m'ajuster, Mais eux, ils voulaient que j'aille scorer 50 points back to the basket dans le post, genre avec du monde qui double team puis triple team. So I was like, okay, I could do this, but it's going to take me a little bit more time. Mais ils n'ont pas été patients avec moi. So it was always pressure every day. Puis j'étais comme, OK, yeah.
Non, ils ont pas checké les highlights, mais ça paraît.
Non.
Yeah. OK, puis si tu peux parler de... Parce que maintenant, tu fais quoi exactement à SSF, si tu peux parler un peu de ça? Genre?
En ce moment, je suis intervenante sportive. Puis je coach, je suis assistant coach avec le cadet et juvénile féminin. Puis c'est vraiment nice, sérieusement. C'est fou, like the facility they have and like the different gyms they have for the kids. And je fais partie d'une équipe de 7 intervenants. C'est-à-dire qu'il y a 7 coachs qui aident avec les équipes différentes. Moi, d'où est-ce que j'ai grandi is nowhere near what we had growing up. So like I'm like learning to see how we can help like kids with like different resources. Mais en même temps, des fois, je trouve ça dur parce que les jeunes comprennent pas la chance qu'ils ont d'avoir tout ça autour. Comme, for them, it's like, it's normal, you know? But like me, like growing up, seriously, like, I didn't have a high school coach who had a level 1 or 2 or 3. Like, we didn't have that. If we wanted to go to the gym, if the gym was taken, the boys were practicing, we had to go outside and like play in the park and stuff. And like, but for us, it was cool. Mais, so, ça, des fois, c'est des challenges que je dois avoir, mais c'est vraiment un bon environnement, puis they really have like great like resources to help kids.
Yeah, that's what's up. That's what's up. You know, that's good. That's pretty cool how, you know, you play basketball your whole life and you're still doing something with basketball, giving back. You know, that's what it's about. You know, and that's what I really appreciate. You know, the game that we all used to play. You know,
role model. En plus, moi, j'enseigne à Carignan. Puis il y a ma collègue de travail. Elle m'a dit qu'elle t'a enseigné, j'ai oublié son nom.
Really?
Je suis pas bon pour les noms, mais elle m'avait dit, comme on parlait de basketball, puis là, elle me parlait, que ton frère est à Arizona et tout. Là, après, elle a dit, est-ce que tu connais Jennifer et tout? J'ai dit, ouais, je la connais. Puis là, elle a dit, ouais, c'est une role model. Je l'avais quand j'étais à Adelaide.
Tu sais pas c'est quoi son nom?
Non, je suis pas bon pour les noms, mais elle m'a dit qu'elle t'a eu à Adelaide des Rosiers. So.
OK. Et t'as dit en quelle année?
Elle est en quatrième année.
Est-ce que c'est Joanne?
Tu sais quoi, je la demandé. Okay. Non, mais c'est juste pour toi, dire comme, la personne ne me connaît pas, puis on fait juste parler de basket, puis là, elle dit, ton frère, toi, comme des personnes comme toi à Montréal-Nord, qui maintenant, ils font comme des belles choses. C'est bon d'avoir des exemples comme toi à Troisier. Comme s'il y a une petite fille de Montréal-Nord qui dit, je peux pas réussir à cause de l'environnement, il peut penser à toi. S'il y a un gars, il peut penser à ton frère, il peut penser à Troisier Lougain, tu peux penser à, je sais pas, moi, d'un petit level, Troisier. Mais des personnes qui... des shit, Troisier.
Oh man! So last question for me is, of course, can you borrow your brother who's playing in Arizona? He's playing Arizona, so Arizona, right?
Yeah.
Ben, is that his name? Ben.
Yeah, Ben.
Yeah. How is that? How big sister? You know, how's it feel seeing your little brother? You know, doing what he's doing right now, and you know, hopefully next year, you know, anything could happen. You know, go straight to the league. Yeah.
So. It's funny because I was just telling my friend about that the other day, and I was like, one of my motivation when I was in school was to show them that, you know, they could do it through basketball and like they could push through and like they can do it too. Mm-hmm. So I have to say, when I watch him play, I have to hold back my tears because I am so proud. Like, I'm just so happy just to see, like, you know, like, look, he used to be 3 or 4 years old, like next to me in practice, like sitting down with a big ball, like the ball was bigger than his head, you know? And like now, like to see him playing and see him on TV and like doing his own journey pretty much is like, it blows my mind. It's not a lot. Like we've seen like in the media lately with the Ball brothers, you know, like all 3 of them, they're going to the league and stuff. Like a lot of times when you see a kid going to play NCAA, it's one of them. One of them got lucky. One of them was good enough. But like to see 2 in the same family, like back to back, to me, it just blows my mind how like insane it is. And like the fact that we came out of Montréal Nord and we did this, like I know there's other kids out there that can do the same.
That's it.
then it's like, that's why I think I wanted to thank you guys too for doing this, because it helps like showing other kids like, whoa, there's actually more people around me doing the thing that I want to do, the things that I think is only in my dreams, but no, it's achievable. Like literally everything is achievable.
Maintenant, moi, comme je dis, parce que je coach des petits kids, puis il n'y a plus d'excuses. Il y a Lou Guez de Montréal-Nord, bon, on va dire de Montréal, qui est dans la NBA. Il y a toi qui a été NCAA. Il y a plein de personnes qui ont été NCAA. Il y a ton frère, maintenant, qui, au folie, va être dans la NBA. So, maintenant, comme tu as dit au début, tu as dit, quand toi, tu jouais, tu ne voyais pas des personnes qui étaient peut-être plus vieilles que toi ou plus vieux que toi, qui ont été à ces levels-là. Mais les plus jeunes, maintenant, ils ont des exemples, puis ils n'ont plus d'excuses, tu comprends? Je trouve que c'est vraiment nice, des personnes comme toi, Chris aussi, qui vient de Montréal, on va dire Montréal-Nord, Montréal. So, c'est vraiment nice, man. Comme, je suis vraiment, vraiment proud. Puis ça, je me rappelle de ton petit frère, il venait toujours aux pratiques à Champlain et tout. C'est ça. Puis maintenant, le voir où est-ce qu'il est rendu, c'est
fou.
C'est vraiment nice, c'est vraiment nice.
Okay, I'm good.
On joue. We're just gonna play a little game, okay?
Yeah, a little game.
Moi, mon jeu, c'est, tu dois me nommer tes teammates, ton best starting five. So, best point guard, best shooting guard, best small forward, best power forward et best center. So, tu dois me nommer 5 joueurs que tu as joué avec.
Okay, so center, Markeisha Gatlin, que joue à NC State. She's 6'5", like 220. She plays in, right now she's in Spain. She's definitely like the best post I've ever played with. Elle a été draftée première ronde par Chicago Sky WNBA my freshman year. Best, je dois mettre Jessica Fekir. On va dire c'est une 4, ok? Best 4, Jessica Fekir. Best 3, je vais mettre Nara Fields. Je vais la mettre à 3. Because I have another person for 2. Best 2, Maya Spencer. Avec joué avec moi à NC State. Puis best number 1, je vais dire Lanique Brown, qui joue aussi avec moi à NC State. This girl was like 5'4", 5'5". I remember, funny quick story. We're in practice and there's a shot that's coming in and our coach was like, you guys got to rebound, you got to box out. And I'm looking around, shots going up. I'm looking around, say yes, Lanique. You know, I'm not going to box her out. J'arrive pour prendre le rebond. Tout ce que j'ai vu, OK? Lanique est ici. J'ai vu Lanique monter comme ça ici. Elle est allée prendre le rebond par-dessus ma tête. J'ai fait, that's why you got this scholarship. So, yeah.
Okay, all right. My game is called Start, Bench, Cut. So I'm going to give you 2 things. You got to start one, you got to bench one, and you got to cut one.
Okay.
Okay, so the first one is playing at, I guess, getting an NCAA scholarship, playing at NC State. Because a lot of people didn't get the opportunity to do that. So that's one. The second one is, I have to say, playing at DJ Sports. Because that's a big part of, of what became, the animal, the way the animal in you, like the KG. Yeah. So I got to put that in there. And then the last one, I'm debating, but it's kind of, I don't make it too hard for you. But the last one, I'll make it easier. The last one is being able to play pro.
So repeat that.
So NC State, DJ Sports, professional.
Damn. You said start, bench, and cut?
Yeah.
DJ Sports, start. Dang, DJ Sports, start for sure. Yo! I got a bench or cut playing pro or playing at NC State.
Remember, there's people watching this.
Peut-être sans NC State, il n'y a pas de pro, so peut-être NC.
C'est ça. Yeah, I got a bench state and cut pro.
Oh, jeez. That's, you know.
Wait. But if I cut NC State, does that mean that I play somewhere else?
If you cut NC State, that means, yeah.
I could have played at UConn or something, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I'm gonna keep it like that. Start DJ, bench, NC State, cut pro.
Cut pro.
Yeah.
It's good though.
Yeah. Set up, I'm good.
You good? All right, man. So listen, man, I thank you for being on here, sharing your path, your journey. Because for sure, a lot of people are gonna watch this and learn a lot, and like you said, the reason why we're doing this is for people to watch this and know why Quebec basketball is the way it is today because of people like you, So putting Quebec on the map, because now there's a lot of players leaving left and right, you know? And they're not thinking, they think it's always been like that, but nah, we have to, have to work for it to get to where it is now. So they'll watch this, they'll know you're a part of that whole generation, and I really thank you for your time, and your story for sure will touch a lot of people. So
Thanks for thinking of me. Really appreciate it.
Merci. Je vais dire j'ai toujours le même verse, mais merci d'avoir accepté l'invitation. Puis il y a beaucoup de personnes qui vont écouter l'émission puis qui vont apprendre. Donc, non, moi, c'est pour dire, cette interview-là est vraiment, j'ai vraiment aimé ce que Jennifer, je me rappelle Jennifer là maintenant Jennifer, 15 ans plus tard, voir comment tu as évolué puis comment tu inspires les jeunes filles de, je sais pas, Montréal ou Québec ou partout. Tu vois, j'aime vraiment ça. So, merci encore d'avoir accepté l'invitation.
And for sure, once COVID, calms down a bit, and we actually get into the studio, we'll for sure have you again,
For sure.
Mind coming back, the studio.
Yeah, we can get on the court too.
Okay. I like that. Everyone listening.
Il faut qu'on fasse one-on-one. Je peux still gagner, même si ça fait un bon 2-3 mois. Attends, tu penses que tu peux me battre one-on-one?
Yo, Kenny, my game I evolve.
Yeah, Kenny.
Arrête.
Oh, shit. No.
Arrête. Bon, ok, on va.
So to everyone watching, don't forget to subscribe and listen. Don't forget to follow us and subscribe also. Once again, I'm Seth Moore, aka SA, and talking with Kenny Jean-Louis. I'm going to let Kenny speak because he killed this stuff. And stay tuned for our next episode.